It's getting very busy around the U.S. Trade Representative's office, David, as they start to conduct trade negotiations with all of the biggest economies in the world. This week, the Japanese came to town. There's a couple themes that permeate all of these negotiations. One is agriculture, and the other is self-inflicted wounds. Both come together in the trade talks with Japan. Now, cars are really important. We've talked a lot about cars for the Trump administration, but agriculture also. Remember when Donald Trump came to office, he took the U.S. out of the Trans-Pacific Partnership, the trade deal, and said he would not sign it. Well, look what's happened in Japan since the TPP was agreed to. Notoriously closed agriculture market, but meat imports into Japan have been soaring. To straighten it out a little bit, I did on the blue line a moving average, and you can see how it has moved up. But none of that is coming from the U.S., so U.S. farmers are losing out. Agriculture could be an important part of these talks if the Japanese agree to talk to the U.S. about it. So far, they say they won't. Now let's look at what's going on with China. Of course, that's the ongoing negotiations we have to deal with. And the thing you just need to know is these are the Chinese figures. We get the latest U.S. figures out tomorrow. But the Chinese trade surplus with the United States keeps growing, rebounded a little bit in the last month after the Chinese New Year holidays, but it's still very elevated. Again, the moving average shows you what's happened. Donald Trump said he was going to bring down that trade deficit, but it's not happening. So many people concerned about what could happen if the talks fail that they have just bought more and more Chinese stuff. So that's a problem they still have to deal with. And then finally, we get started soon, we hope, with the EU trade negotiations. The European Union just this week giving its negotiators its official mandate to go forward. This is the problem that Donald Trump wants to solve. They're buying a lot more, they're selling us a lot more stuff, the White Line, than we are buying from them, than we are sending to them. So we have a big trade deficit with the European Union. Cars a part of that, but agriculture also a big part of that. And for the first time, the EU has created a mandate for trade negotiations, with France objecting because they say the U.S. needs to sign on to the climate agreement, the Paris Climate Agreement, before they would agree to talk to them. They can still go ahead with the negotiations, but it shows how divisive these are going to be, guys.